Well, welcome everyone. We start right on time because the gold is loaded right at the beginning. And tonight is packed. Again, quick brain fact and quick brain check. Studies show you retain up to 60% more when you type during a training. Can you see the chat? Everybody can see the chat? There. So participate as much as you can so you learn more. I know you're going to enjoy it just like last time. Okay? So tonight we're talking about multiplying what's already in your hands. Travel, home, technology, and your wisdom. Jeff Bezos started Amazon on a door. A door, remember? He spray painted to look official. If God can use a door and determination to build a $1 trillion company, he can use your kitchen table to build your freedom. I'm actually like presenting this on my kitchen table. So what do you think is Amazon's first office desk made of? Type in the chat. Recycled wood, plastic table, or a cardboard box? Ding, 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 ding. It is a recycled wooden door, correct. Well, let me just give you some free insight tonight. You do not need a perfect office. You don't need perfect lighting. You don't even need a Pinterest workspace. Your setup isn't the problem. You don't need perfection. What you need is stewardship. Just imagine if a door can become Amazon, your cluttered dining table right now, and I'm pretty sure most of us working in our dining table is basically a Fortune 500 incubator. Type ready if you're still awake, caffeinated, and ready to multiply what's already in your hands. Ready, table, yes, ready, great, awesome. So why do we think this thing matters? Let's be honest, life is not getting cheaper. Groceries, we're talking about that a while ago, are acting like luxury items now. Families need breathing room, more time, more joy, more control, and definitely more margin. Travel fills your soul, and that's what I feel. Business builds options. Technology accelerates everything. Remember Richard Branson, who started Virgin Airlines because he missed the flight? He literally rented an airplane and sold seats on board. When I missed the flight once, I was frustrated, but I started a prayer chain. It shows that one moment of inconvenience can change your entire destiny, right? So which type of post do you think converts highest on social media? Yes, right? This is actually family stories because people don't connect to perfection. That's right. You're right, guys. They connect to whom? You. And if you want more margin in your life, type margin. Great, we're still awake. So who am I? What's my story? My story was never about building a corporate empire. I'm a mom, a homeschooler, and an entrepreneur who just wanted freedom without sacrificing my family. 16 years ago, I moved to the city and realized how expensive life was. I learned fast that high income doesn't equal high savings. Even with 2 full-time jobs and buying my first home, I was barely getting ahead. Everything changed when my corporate job allowed me to work from home. And that's when I discovered how powerful home-based tax deductions were. Even then, after getting married, and our income bracket went up, right? I realized something important. If we wanted to keep our income and lower our taxes, we needed a home-based business. That's non-negotiable. That mindset led me into house hacking my 6-bedroom home, turning it into my first real home business. Then it grew into a real estate, then other ventures, retail arbitrage, which is now called e-commerce, network marketing, preschool. I'm even doing stock options and crypto trading. So no matter what season I was in, one thing never changed. I always kept a home-based business. It's the backbone of how we built freedom for our family. But here's the real truth. I never started anything from scratch. I simply copied what was already working for other entrepreneurs and grew from there. And in this webinar, you'll understand exactly why. You see, Sam Walton, founder of Walmart, used to walk into competitor stores with, a tape recorder and whisper observations like a spy. He called it research. His competitors called it stealing. He then called it Walmart. He didn't reinvent the wheel. He improved what already existed. And that's exactly what I did with travel, content, and tax strategy. Trivia time. True or false? Sam Moulton really did uncover research inside other stores. Let's see. True. That's right. Definitely true. You don't have to be the first. You just have to be willing to observe and improve. And I bet if Sam Walton's going to do that today, someone would put him on TikTok and it'd go viral for being a sneaky CEO shopping hacks, right? So type me too if you've ever felt like you're putting in the work but not seeing multiplication yet in your business. So multiplication, what about multiplication principle? Multiplication doesn't start when you finally arrive. It starts with what's already in your hands. This is the parable of the talents in real life. The master didn't ask them to create something from nothing. He entrusted them with what already existed. The ones who multiplied were called faithful, and the one who buried his talent, not because he lost it, but because he refused to steward it, right? It's the same principle financially. Remember the rule of 72? If you're aware of it, rule 72 is the ability to, it's like a shortcut actually, to figure out how long it takes for your money seeds to double. Take the number 72, okay? Divide it by how fast your money is growing. If your money grows at 6% a year, you do 72 divided by 6, as you can see in here at the bottom. And then the answer, which is 12, means it will take 12 years to double your money. So your money seeds double in about 12 years. That's quite a long time, isn't it? But that's just like that. It's like a magic math trick that helps you know how fast your savings or investments grow without doing big brain math. So just imagine if you have a loan, reverse that. So that's how much your money is actually doubling with the interest rate, right? That's the compounding interest that we're talking about here. It's a simple financial, equation on how the money grows, right? But if it's in biblical context, it means faithfulness, right? How you transform the seed you planted over time into not just one apple tree, but an orchard building legacy, right? In practical terms, it equates to consistency. Okay. So, which company did Steve Jobs draw inspiration from when designing the Mac? Yes, Xerox. That's right. So you see that even Steve Jobs, who's a genius, multiplies what already exists. He didn't steal the idea, he creatively borrowed it. Like, how you borrowed from your friend and then, or how your friend actually borrowed from you and they never return it. So that's just the idea. Steve Jobs did. So, all right. Let's see the 3 types of travelers. This is so powerful. Now you would know that there's actually 3 types of travelers. So in here, only one gets rewarded for what they already do. Do you see the screen? The first one is the tourist. They pay full price, gets memories, and pay the bills. Whereas the level 2 or tier 2 is the home-based business traveler. What does that mean is this person travels anyway, but they now document, review, share, and use travel in their existing business. This unlocks partial deduction. And the last tier is called the travel focus home business. This is where magic begins. Your lifestyle becomes a business activity. Your trips become deductible. Your content becomes marketing. Your influence becomes income. That is so powerful, right? True or false? Travel becomes deductible only when it's connected to a legitimate business. What do you think? True. It has to be a legitimate business, right? It's not where you go, it's why you went and how you document it. What does that mean? So the tax revenue doesn't care if you went to Disneyland. They care if you talk business while eating churros in Disneyland. See the trick? So make sure, even if it's an entertainment, right, there is a purpose that you can justify to the tax revenue. Type travel if you've been traveling like tier 1 but want to level up. Perfect. Yeah, travel. We are really ready to level up. So why do you think most families stay in tier 1, which is the tourist one? Most families aren't falling. They're simply uninformed. They work hard, but the system was never designed to reward hard work, right? It rewards strategy. And let's be honest, nobody sat us down in school and said, hey, make sure you start a home-based business so you can legally keep thousands of dollars. Did anyone teach you that in school? No. Nope. They taught us how to calculate the circumference of a circle. A skill I have, I don't know, never used, never in my life as a mom, unless folding laundry counts as a geometry, right? Families stay in tier 1 because they're doing their best, but they don't know the rules of the game. They were thrown into, just random things that they don't know, right? So tonight we're changing that. So what do you think is the percentage of schools teach real world strategy? 50%, 20%, 0%. Let's see who's going to say the right answer. Yes, 0. They never taught us, right? Unless you count YouTube University, which honestly teaches more, right? And moms, we can run a household, manage a schedule, that looks like a NASA flight, cook dinner, help with homework, and still spot a missing sock from 40 feet or 4 feet away like a trained sniper. But somehow nobody taught us how to turn family trips into tax deductions. If moms can, or will run a school board, financial literacy would be the first subject. Algebra would be optional. Do you agree? I never used algebra in my entire life after graduating. And everybody would graduate with a business deduction checklist. I would love to see that, right? So why the tier 2 changes everything? It's a home-based business, right? Tier 2 is the biggest secrets wealthy families understand. See, now it's going to be the elite family doing it. You don't add anything new. You simply reclassify what you already do. You're already paying for the internet, for the apps, supplies, and tools. You're already learning new skills, especially if you're a parent, because every day feels like a crash course in psychology, negotiations, and crisis management, right? Tier 2 just transform your existing life into tax advantage structure. You don't change your lifestyle, you change the classification of what you're already paying for. And the government just says, oh, that's a business expense now? Great, we'll credit you for that. That's what you want to hear from the government. Meanwhile, most families have been giving the money away without even realizing that they had the option, right? So true or false? over 80% of home-based business deductions come from things families already pay for anyway. True or false? It is true. Yep, we are right. You guys are paying attention. Thank you. So why tier 3? Why do we have that breakthrough? This is the travel-focused business owner. Tier 3 is the moment everything flips, right? The trip didn't change. The category changed. Families in tier 1 take vacations. Families in tier 2 deduct part of their lifestyle. But families in tier 3, they turn the same trip into content, marketing, business activity, brand, storytelling, tax advantages. You're not adding more work, you're adding more strategy. This is how wealthy families travel every single year while you still getting the tax benefits, right? And guess what? You don't have to pretend to be an influencer or a full-time creator. You just document what you're already doing as a family. And when your lifestyle becomes your content becomes your business, and your business becomes your advantage. That's the tier 3. Sounds good? Do you see the breakthrough yet? Right on. True or false? I love true or false. The IRS or CRA allows tax deductions for travel when it is connected to legitimate business activity and properly documented. True or false? Yes, very true. 99% of families don't know this. Do you know this before you come here? So now you know. Moms are already documenting everything, right? When we go to the beach, the kids, the food, the sunset, the meltdown before the sunset, and the don't get sand in the snacks moment. I think I know who that is. We might as well let the tax revenue say, wow, she's working hard out there. Tier 3 is basically the government finally acknowledging that your family vlog, what they call it, the energy has value, right? Like my kids get paid a salary and never given an allowance. That's how I raised them, knowing the value of hard work and not entitlement. You give them something for free, they neglect it. But if you give them something paid for, they respect it. So what does tier 3 can deduct? So many. Now this is where your jaw drops, because most families are already spending on these things. They're just not deducting them. In tier 3, even your suitcase starts working harder than most people's savings accounts. Here's the truth though. When your travel is tied to a business activity, documentation and content creation, it becomes deductible. That means the flights you're already buying, the hotels you're already staying in, the transportation you're already using, the meals you're already eating, luggage you're already packed, the gear that you already buy, the kids who are already jumping into the videos when you're recording, the courses you're already consuming, all start reducing your taxes. The same trip becomes smarter. Your same lifestyles becomes and strategic, right? The same family moments become deductible. So it is really powerful. Type in deductible if this is starting to make way too much sense. Good, good. Now, which of these can be deducted when connected to travel-focused home business? Your luggage, meals during travel, or kids helping with content? Or all of the above? Above. Yes, all of the above. You know how kids always want to be in the video at the wrong moment? This is what I love in tier 3. No matter what, if I'm recording something or taking pictures when my kids are there, that means they're getting paid, right? That chaos turns into deduction. That little child of mine jumping into my live video, now I call that assistant labor. And my son holding the phone because my hands were full, and that's what I call media support staff. They have their title in my company, right? Moms have been directing free talent for years. Now the tax revenue finally lets it count. So that is legitimate deduction. But before we continue, all right, fam, quick pause before we continue. This is our grown-up slide. I'm not your accountant. I'm not your financial advisor. And I definitely don't want your CRA or IRS letters forwarded to me. Everything I'm sharing tonight is educational, illustrative, and meant to give you awareness, not prescriptions, okay? Let me make that clear. Think of this as Google Maps of your tax strategy journey. Google Maps can tell you where the road is, but it won't drive the car for you. And that's what our license or your licensed professional is for. So read this, take a deep breath, and type in the chat, yes, if you receive the knowledge, not the audit, okay? Just some clarity. Yes, for the knowledge and not the audit. Okay, let's keep going. Listen, if I could legally file your taxes for you, trust me, I would. But the last time I helped my kids organize their Pokemon cards, they both cried. So we're staying in our lane tonight. Okay, quick trivia. Having a home-based business automatically guarantees you a bigger refund. True? Yeah, true? False? True? Or trolls? All right. Well, It's false. A home-based business only unlocks deductions when you use it properly, track activity, and structure correctly. Well, this presentation teaches you how the structure works. The professional helps apply it. Now, if you answer true, don't worry. CRA or IRS won't knock on your door. That's okay. But after tonight, you'll know exactly how this actually works. Right on. So this one is a great illustration of your side-by-side traveler's deduction, okay? Here's where the light bulbs go off. This is a slide where people suddenly sit straighter and whisper, wait, what am I doing in my life? So type in value in chat if you're already seeing where you belong. Do you see where you belong now? Are you in 1, 2, or 3? Love it. I'm definitely on 3, right? Yes, because money only goes one direction for tier 1, and you don't want that, okay? It's gonna be one direction out. Faster than snacks disappear in my house. No structure, no deductions, no strategy, just vibes and receipts you don't even keep. Now in tier 2, do you see that? Do you notice in tier 2? It is where families say, oh, hold on. You mean the things I'm already paying are deductible? Yes, your phone, your internet, your apps, your home office. If you're already doing it, why not deduct it, right? You get to have refund every year. But tier 3 is the breakthrough, right? Your vacation now becomes content. Your content becomes business activity. Your business activity becomes tax advantage. It's like doing the same thing, but on hard mode for the government, right? You get a refund and still profit money, even if, for example, your travel business has an annual membership, right? But what if that annual membership is offset by your commissions? So it's a win-win, right? You get more profit from your hard work, right? So which traveler keeps the most money every year? Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. 3, definitely 3. So yeah, glad nobody picked 1. Because that's a category where money evaporates, like my patience on Homeschool Monday. All right, let's get going. Comprehensive deduction list. This is where you take a screenshot. This is a screenshot moment for tier 3, okay, friends? This is the part where the tax code becomes your new best friend. Most families don't get access to this. We do because we're running a legitimate home-based travel business. Not just taking vacations and posting Instagram stories about coconuts. Walk through this with me slowly, okay? Because this is where people usually say, wait, how have I never been taught this? Travel deductions, those are your flights, hotels, Ubers, right? Car rentals, and even that overpriced airport bottle of water that costs more than your actual bottled water at home. Meals, if you're discussing business planning content, filming, or traveling for business, yes, they're deductible. Even the coffee shop where you hide from your kids for one blessed hour of productivity counts, right? I do this sometimes. Content creation tools. If it helps make content, it's deductible. And that's going to be, I'm going to discuss that later for you. Even the ring light your kids keep turning on if you have a UFO spotlight for your content. Home business deductions. This is where people really start breathing better. A portion of your home is now a business asset. Your Wi-Fi, your electricity, your office chair, that your husband keeps stealing for gaming. All deductible, training and education. If it helps you grow your business, it's deductible. Yes, even this webinar, if you come here, but it's free, so you're lucky. By the end of this slide, people usually look at me like, Lourdes, have I been robbed by the government for the past 10 years? And I just smile like a mom who found a missing sock, right? Pretty much. True or false? Your kids can legally work in your business and be paid for real tasks, lowering your taxes while they often pay little to no tax themselves. Yes, it's true. Yes, both in the US and Canada, your kids can legally work for your business. The rules differ in each country, but the outcome is similar. Okay, parents lower their taxable income, and kids often pay little to no tax because their income is so low. In the US, though, it's one of the strongest deductions available. But in Canada, the CRA requires more documentation, but the benefit is still powerful. So make sure you document when you're paying your kids. If your kids can help you create a mess at home, they can definitely help you create content for your business, right? That's what my kids have been doing for my business. And if you're interested in learning more about our travel business and see how you can take advantage of full deductions of your travel, try to click the link appears on your screen. I'm gonna try you to guys check it out and see how this works. You see that? Do you see a link? Can I get you to try that? Or not that one, it's a wrong folder. This one here. How about this one? Learn more about our travel business. So if that's something you're interested in, did it open for you guys? Did it work? Awesome, that works. I love that link. Love that. All right, the game-changing discovery. What do we discover? This is the moment everything clicks, right? Write this in your notes because this one truth can save you years of confusion. Your lifestyle right now is already a content. You're already living, posting, documenting moments with your kids, your travel, your routines, your wins, your faith, your chaos. You're not starting from zero. You're simply reframing what already exists. Your content is already influence, right? Every time you share a story, a tip, behind the scenes, moment that someone out there is learning from you, right? Even when you don't notice. Your influence is already of value, okay? People pay for clarity, inspiration, permission, direction, and you're already giving that away for free. So here's the discovery most families miss, right? A business structure doesn't make you work harder. It just simply turns what you already do and turn it into an advantage. This is why I tell parents, you don't need more hours. You need alignment. When your lifestyle becomes content, your content becomes influence, right? And that influence becomes value. The business turns that value into leverage. And that's when the game changes. Can you still see my screen? Yeah, because I lost this screen from my other computer. All good? Okay, perfect. And so this doesn't mean you suddenly become an influencer though, right? It just means you stop living on sidewalk level and start living with intention. All right, type Game changer if that hit you. Perfect. Game changer. Now, there's three intelligences, the framework behind modern success. Think of human intelligence as your voice, artificial intelligence as your engine, and kingdom intelligence as your compass. One gives you expression, one gives you acceleration, and one keeps you aligned so you're not out here racing fast in the wrong direction. Does that resonate? Yeah. Which one do you think determines the purpose? Which intelligence would that be? No doubt, it's KI, right? The kingdom intelligence. Did someone answer? Someone is guessing right now, but you're closer there. It's KI, your kingdom intelligence. So what do you think AI can't do? Why don't we just rely on AI, right? I always tell parents and entrepreneurs, AI can write your caption. AI, but it can't actually, raise your kids. AI can even outline your content, just like what it does for me to create my slides today, right? But it can't hear God for you. AI can write a love letter. Yes, sure, but it can't fall in love, right? AI can help you build, but it cannot be you, okay? And that is your unfair advantage. What do you think AI struggled the most? Let's see if someone's paying attention. Yes, emotion, because it doesn't have emotion just like the human. The human. All right. And why KI or Kingdom Intelligence leads? Why do you think? Some people are busy, some people are productive, right? But some people are aligned. And there's a huge difference right now. KI is what keeps you from building something impressive that wasn't meant to be yours. KI is the one that will protect you from burnout. Remember that, because it brings clarity to your creativity, it brings peace to your process, it brings discernment to your decisions, it brings direction to your plans. And HI plus AI without KI is busy, burnt out, but misaligned. Okay, KI is the difference between success and assignment. So why God uses tools? What would be the reason for that? Remember David? David didn't fight Goliath with his bare hands. He used a tool, a sling. Noah didn't swim through the flood. He used a tool, an ark. So it's the same thing that God told them to use a tool, right? Today in this generation, AI is just another tool. It doesn't replace calling, it multiplies it. Drop tools in the chat if this is still making you rethink tech in a healthy way. Great. We're still alive. Good. So the purpose of AI in your calling. AI is not here to take your place. It's here to give you back your time. Time to raise your kids, time to pray, time to build, time to rest. AI is the modern version of hiring someone who works 24/7 and never complains. It's just probably extending your time. If currently you are only capable of having 4 to 6 hours in a day, then AI will expand that, right? Because it's going to automate your work for you. What do you think is the number one reason most creators quit? Type it in the chat. A, lack of time. B, lack of money. C, lack of energy. This looks tricky. Everyone's still thinking. Let's see. What do you think? Yes, A, correct. Lack of time. That's right. The real problem right now with content creation is that nobody is struggling with ideas. Nobody's lacking inspiration. Nobody's running out of things to say. Creators struggle because content requires planning, structuring, formatting, editing, posting, reposting, repurposing, branding, hashtags, consistency. And you know what feels like that? You know what? That feels like what? It feels like starting a marathon while already out of breath, right? You start to run, but you're already out of breath. You don't need more motivation. You need a smarter system. Think of it this way: creating content feels like laundry. It's never finished and nobody claps when you do it, right? Can you relate? Yeah, I can. Because it's a never ending task. And that's what's happening with the content creation that we see around us. So why traditional content system fails? Right now, traditional content creation looks like this. You write, you design, and then you edit, you put a caption, think of a hashtag, and then see if you can repost it. And that leads to burnout and then repeat, right? No wonder people quit. And most systems require too many decisions, too much creativity on demand, too much pressure to be perfect, too much time to simply don't have as, you simply don't have as a traveling mom, homeschooling parent, kingdom focused parent, right? This is why 99% of aspiring creators fall off. Decision fatigue is real psychological factor in creative burnout. So look, simplicity is not laziness, but it's a strategy. If you've ever stared at Canva like it personally wronged you, this slide is for you. So what creators actually need? What do they need? Creators right now, they don't need more features, more advice, or more complicated strategies. Creators need clarity, what to say and knowing what to say, consistency, show up without burnout, simplicity, remove friction, speed, execute fast, right? Confidence, know your content works. This is why people fail, not the absence of creativity, but the lack of infrastructure. Creators succeed when they focus on systems, not inspiration, because inspiration creates momentum. Systems maintain it, right? You don't need something fancy, Instagram worthy setup. You just need a workflow. Type system if you're still ready for the next breakthrough slide. Are we ready? Right, we're ready. Now introducing our AI Creative Suite. And this is my proprietary AI app. Well, let me tell you the real reason why I built it, right? It wasn't because I wanted to start a tech company, but because I woke up wanting to build. It's not even because of wanting to build a software. It was because I was drowning. And I believe you guys can relate to this, right? We have a business, and part of our the business is starting to promote through social media, and not the old school way of door to door, right? I was a mom, homeschooling, traveling entrepreneur, trying to build a kingdom based or kingdom driven business. And social media is a new way of networking, right? Gone are the days of door to door, but it felt like a second full time job, right? One night I said, God, if you want me to build a vision, I need your help. And he answered by showing me a system, a way to turn life into content, chaos into clarity, and overwhelm into a flow. So, looking back at the most world changing tools invented by famous entrepreneurs began as someone fixing their own frustration, right? All of them, they find a solution to their frustration. And so, hear me out. Your frustration right now is often your assignment. And that's what happened to me. In fact, $500 million companies were born because someone said, I can't keep doing it like this, right? Type that's me if you've ever felt overwhelmed trying to create content. Is that you? Because that means we have a solution now, right? So we call it the AI Creative Suite. So what it does, the tool is, it came from my calling. It's built for families, parents like you, travelers like you, homeschoolers like me, entrepreneurs, anyone who needs speed and simplicity without losing authenticity, right? It creates the hooks, the reel scripts, captions, codes, carousels, threads, story sequences, promo templates, workflow organization, batch content ideas in minutes, not hours, not days. And did you know that using a content system increases your chance of monetization by 300%? 300. That's why I got monetized for that, right? Because consistency creates income, right? So if you've stared at a blank screen before, like it owed you money, this app is your new best friend. Type suite in the chat if you're ready to see the next tool. Creative Suite. All right, that's our first app. Next is the Code and Thread Generator app. This app, okay, was made for the days when your brain says, nope, not today. You open it, you press the button, it gives you threads, hooks, codes, punchlines, all in your voice, all in your brand, and ready to post. It turns your everyday thoughts into scroll-stopping content. Guess what is the most shareable type of content online? Do you have a guess? What is the most shareable type of content online? That's why I created this app. Do you have a guess? No? Nice try. It can be travel, but what kind? It can be. It's quotes. Do you notice when you see a quote, it's like, oh, this is so worth sharing, right? That is the reason behind this app. Because according to research, they're the most shareable type of content. So small pieces create a big impact, right? So why these apps multiply your HI and KI? Why? Because here's the secret most people miss. AI alone is empty. HI alone is overwhelmed. KI alone is underexpressed. But when all three align, your story flows, your purpose leads, your content multiplies, your time is redeemed. Your message reaches further than you ever could manually. You know, your calling gets expressed at scale. This is not about going viral, right? We don't want to go viral. It's about giving value and being faithful with the message God gave you. Okay, so this trio creates unstoppable momentum. Alignment beats hustle. But just imagine it's like the Filipino potluck, right? Everyone brings something and magic happens. Great food, right? Type align if you feel this is the truth. Now, here's a surprise. I know I mentioned this last week, but because I don't offer this publicly yet, right? Not on social media, not in my free group, not on my websites, This is for action takers like you guys showing up here. For those who don't want to wait for opportunity, but want to build it. So as a beta testers, you get early access to both apps, right? Insider training, behind the scenes updates, locked in pricing, direct influence on new features, private community of creators, travelers, and kingdom builders. So do you believe early adopters always get the best deals and biggest rewards, right? The earlier ones. I love to be an early adopter all the time. Yes, right? Because it's like Costco samples, right? The best ones are gone if you show up late. That's right. So what is this program about? This is something I am so passionate about because this is the part no one talks about in the traditional business world. You don't have to choose between travel income, AI income, content income, kingdom impact, family time, or financial freedom. Because you can now partner with us to build all three, right? You have a travel business that pays you back and get a lot of tax deduction from, an AI business that multiplies your content, a system that creates duplication for your team, a mission that aligns with your values, right? A lifestyle that serves your family. You're not joining a company, you're joining a collective. And that's why I called the group the Travel Creator Freedom Collective, right? So did you know that most millionaires have at least 3 income streams? So get that. When you go past that, you can lead to become a just saying, because multiple income streams create security, right? Type partner if you want to know more information. So as a partner, okay, so you're a beta tester already and then an early adopter, but to reward you, okay, I'm giving away 40% recurring commission on every referral once this out, okay? So when you use the apps, okay, every person you refer, okay, you're gonna get 40% of that sale. We don't have the final price point yet, but let's say, for example, for a $10, you get $4. Is that cool, right? Super cool. And it's not only for you because you're an early adopter, you're a beta tester, you're not going to pay the full price too. So pretty much you're going to get almost your money back or more when you refer more people, right? So that's how we want to partner with you, because we want to reward those people who work with us, who do business with us, right? It's a win-win, right? It's a generosity-based model where we rise and win together, right? So that's what we're going to do. And I'm hoping that I can give you the access early next week. And then the public launch would be December 8th. Exciting? Right. I love that. Okay, so how to join the beta? I'll send you the link. You'll just have to register. You'll access the tools, you'll join the private group, and you'll start transforming your content in days, not weeks, okay? So this is your moment that you've been praying for: clarity, structure, speed, consistency, and here it is. Remember, clarity comes before confidence. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to move, right? 70% and done, move, right? I used to have that analysis paralysis, right? That I want it perfect before I take action. But no, okay? Just don't overthink it, because overthinking is just procrastination wearing a makeup. So type beta if you're ready and want to see the live demo. You guys ready? Who's here excited to know that we got this app already, and then there's an opportunity for you to earn affiliate income, right, by partnering with us. So we're sharing the revenue with you. So it's really nice. Nice compensation plan too, right? Okay, let's see if I can do it for you guys. I love that emoji. Okay, let's go back to my screen. Cool. All right, so here's the code, right? You can just use one single code, multiple codes, single thread, and thread series. So codes are the ones that you usually see online with those motivational ones. It could be, inspirational, biblical, and devotional, right? You can create just one if you just want one, but I love using multiple ones because it gives me 10 codes that I can post, for several times in a day, right? So that's what I've been playing around. And then a single thread is those hooks that you see, to catch people's attention, right? But thread series are those ones that give you continuous topic from the main topic, right? So I have one put in here. I put in travel tips, okay? And it unlocks all the kinds of cards that I can have here. Do you have any, give me something else that you would want here and I'll send it to you guys if you want. Give me an idea. What do you want for today? Give me some idea that you can use. And then you post it today. Post it in your Facebook, okay? Give me a tip and we'll create it for you. So you got, this is your chance. I'm going to give it all to you so you can post today. We'll get so many, we'll try as many as we can to create, okay? Well, we're still on a testing phase. An idea? Actually, I'm going to download this. This is actually a great idea. Black Friday deal tip. Okay. But travel deal, or what is it specifically that you want? Do you want a travel deal or? Yeah? Black Friday travel deal tip, or is it a different one? Or shopping tip? What kind of Black Friday? We got so many Black Friday deals right now. Oh, I like this. I'm going to save this. I'm just going to download this. And so I have something to post today. Right? That's for tonight. Shopping? Okay. Let's see what we... Black Friday shopping deal tip. Let's see what we got in here. And do you have a preference of what style do you want? Black Friday is coming. Are you ready to dominate the deals? Ooh, what a nice hook, right? So let's put it on. We have it. Do you have any preference, Janessa, for the color? The background, do you want minimal, tweet, with your name on it? Or just a viral dark, crumpled paper, grain paper, gradient? Which one do you want? A tweet one. With a picture of you? You got to send me a picture of you. I know? Dark or light? Light. Oh, I'm not listening, am I? So just this one, right? Just like this, plain one? Great. Okay, let's see. And do you want to change anything? Are you sure you don't want to put in your picture or anything? We can do that. Okay, are you guys ready to read what's on this Black Friday travel tip that Janessa chose? Research before you shop. Why? True savings start with preparation. Wow. Spoken like a real expert. Identify the specific products you want beforehand and track their current prices. This prevents impulse buys driven by perceived discounts and help you spot genuine deals versus inflated original prices. Set a strict budget. Oh, I like that. Compare prices relentlessly. Why? A Black Friday deal at one store might be standard price elsewhere. That is so true. They just hype the price, but it's actually not a deal, right? Utilize price tracking tools. Why? Tools like Camel, Camel, Camel. Oh, what is that? For Amazon or other price history trackers reveal. Do you want to make sure it's the correct camel? What's a camel, camel, camel? Do you know that? Ah, it is a real tool. It's a price tracker. That's interesting. See, I know I'm learning something. So it's a price tracker tool for alerting you to good deals on products you love on Amazon, and it's a free tool. Wow. I would download that app. Good tip. Understand the return policies. Conquer Black Friday. Sharp, smarter, save more. Implement these expert strategies. Boom. Now you got a tip. Do you want this? Do you want this? Should I send this to you? No? Okay, so what else do you want? What else do you want? Something you want to use. Do you have anything else? Oh, here, I have an idea. Something that when it comes to travel, 5, I love 5. I love numbers. Then here's the tip. When you're trying to put in like tips and ideas or hacks, always use an odd number. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It has a psychological, trick for people to sign up to, right? So if you have anything else, do you want anything else in here? Something that you want, I can send to you. This is the carousel, Mare. So you just have to add, the carousel is the one that you put in IG, right? So in Facebook, you just paste them one by one. In IG, you just slump it side by side, right? But you can add photos in here. That's where it becomes a carousel, right? Carousel is just like moving as a carousel. So threads, carousel, they actually work similar, but they just do it in a way how it's designed and which platform to post it to, right? So in here, you can upload a photo, like for example, in here, right? Let me try to see, put in an image of me. So now it will become a carousel, right? Those things that you put in a photo in here, but you change the background too, right? Like if you want to put it in here and there, top, bottom, something like that, right? And that's where you add, like, you can customize it if you want to put in like an emoji, right? To the right, something like that. So that's how you edit it in here, right? You add something else. And so another image, not necessarily my image, right? But those background aesthetically designed images. So that would make it carousel on this one. And that's so easy. But this one is something you can actually do as well, because you can change the size, right? This is the typical size for Instagram, Pinterest, and all that. This is a typical size for any other social media platforms. This one is like if you wanted like a real style, those message that I put in sometimes, those with a quote in the background down below with my photo. This is where I create them, right? I just put it in there, put it in the background, but this one should be automatically in there. So you just have to change the color, right? And then you put it in the bottom so it's not covering your face, right? So those are the ideas that you can use. And this is how I create. You can change the font if you want to. There, right? So that's how it is. So that's how the style is. You know, those, you see those creators who have like a signature quote on them, and then they're gonna put it in here, right, with their quote, and then you can actually add the quotation marks too. There is an option for you to add the quotation mark so you can see, and you can remove the page number too, right? I love putting the page number, like now it's a quote, right? And then you can put in your name if you want to put in your name. Of course, my name is not Steve Jobs. So I can put in my name if you want, right? So it looks like it's your signature quote. It's like you're the one who wrote it, but AI helps. You know what I mean, right? Isn't that cool? So that's just how it is. And the same works with quotes. It's just the messaging is different. Quotes is more on the spiritual, biblical, inspirational, and devotional, right? And you can make multiple of those, right? You can change different backgrounds. This is where the carousel is actually going to work, right? Because you're putting in every image that you have here, every card, you can always change the photo, right? You can always add something else, right? So like in this one, I added our photo, right? So now it becomes a carousel, right? But for carousel, you just make sure that you change the size of the, right, like this, okay? It depends on what kind of image you want to put in, those aesthetically, not all photo images. Yeah, all good? So that makes it easy. Do you have any threads that you want to post? No? So we're gonna move on to the next 10, or do you have any questions for this? No? Okay. Now, do you see this one? This is the AI Creative Suite. This is something that you're gonna love so much. I use this a lot too. This is first. I added a new one, which is called the Daily Theme. Look at this real cover that it created. So let's start. Let's say, for example, today you want to think of something to post. You don't have anything scheduled yet. You don't have any clarity. What do you want to post, right? So what you're going to do is go to daily themes, right? You want to create a theme for 30 days, okay? This is your plan. If you want to plan your schedule ahead of time for 30 days, you can do that. And that's what saves you a lot of money. Not just money, but time. What used to be like paralyzing you to wait for like, what am I going to post today? And it's going to take you like 30 minutes, an hour for just one post. This one is going to be like 30 to an hour for a whole month, right? So give me a topic that you want for your daily theme generator and I'll give it to you. You have a topic? This one is going to build your content already. You have something to post for tonight. Remember, stories, family stories are the number one people connect to in social media. Give me one that you can think of that you would like to use. Excuse me. Just enter your niche, but what specifically? Travel? Travel for family? Very specific. Travel for couples? I want you to give it a try so you can see it. Actually, I'm not sure if I can actually give you control. No. Because you can try it if you want to type your message. Captions in. No. Any idea, or do you want me to just enter anything? I want your idea so I can give it to you. So you have some posts that you can post soon, right? I can't share. It doesn't give me that option to give you control. Just one topic for now, like one idea. Give me one idea, one topic that you want. Anyone? Let's start with one topic. Don't complicate it. Cheap airline tickets. Okay, so you don't want the 30-day content calendar. We're gonna go straight to the brainstorm buddy. Okay? So if you have a specific topic already that you want, you have to go to brainstorm buddy. But daily themes is usually about your niche that you want to batch create for 30 days. So, but you have one specific topic, we're going to go to the brainstorm buddy. That means it's going to give you idea what you want to use today. Cheap airline tickets, get ideas. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so choose which one do you want. There are 6 secret websites that guarantee under $50 flights. Nice. That's a nice hook. Stop overpaying. The 3 best days to book your next trip. Your wallet will thank you. Budget airline hacks that pros use. Oh, I like that. Flight fails versus flight finds. Can you spot the difference? It's a quiz. And from couch to coast, travel this month for less than dinner out. Set it and forget it. The ultimate flight price tracker setup guide. Oh my gosh, everything is so great tips, right? Which one do you want to choose? Let's see. So we're going to do brainstorm buddy for the cheap airline tickets. Oh wow, I want to copy all of them so I can create more too. See, that's already, you can actually create 6 of them. Do you want to, do you want us to create 6 of them and try? Do you want to? Let's try one by one. Yeah. Okay. I'll just paste it in here first to make sure I don't lose some of it. So let's try with one. So now we're gonna go to content campaign. Okay. We're gonna go to content campaign. Let's start with one first. Let's start with the first one. Wow, you're gonna have 6. Is this the one, right? Or is it the secret? Which one goes first? The secret website. All right, let's do that first. You're gonna have 6 contents tonight, Mari. Do you want a professional, witty, or urgent? Which one? Witty, I love that too. Let's try. Dun, 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 dun. So it's going to create, where are you going to post it? Which one do you want? Facebook, Instagram? I don't know what other account you have. Facebook. Okay, let's do all Facebook. That's so many tips and Insta. Okay. Because if you can create multiple tips right now, 6 of them, it might crash the system. we're still on the developers mode, so we'll see. There you go. Wow, beautifully done. Stop overpaying for flights. Seriously, your wallet has been sending you desperate smoke signals. Want this? Copy. Wow, these aren't your typical aggregators. They specialize. Airfares, hidden city tickets, unpublished deals. Wow, look at that. I'll paste it for you here. Oh, it won't fit. You know what? I'm going to paste it in a Google Sheet so you can actually we'll collect out everything for them, right? And let's try the images. Let's create the image for that. Okay, so we got one already. What was the hook, right? And it comes with a hashtag. And you said, do you want an image or do you want your own image? Let's generate an image and let's see, okay? So let's go back to the image studio. Okay, this is exciting. Generate. Or I should have selected 1:1. Oh, that's okay. We can. That's so funny. That is actually eye-catching. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Do you want this? Oh, I'm gonna be drawn to this. I'm gonna laugh. Yeah, I know, right? It captures it. Let's try to copy the image and I'll put it on the Google Docs. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I love it. People are gonna be like, what is this? A piggy bank flying. There's another one that I like when I try to create one. I usually get the TikTok reel because this one gives me like the real cover, right? Let's see if it's gonna give you the same one. It's like a real cover. You got a great post in there for the first one. Ooh, secret flights. Look at that. It's kind of messed up with the stuffs. Do you want this or no? Just erase this one or let's generate another one maybe. Oh, you like it? Okay, let's keep that. Nice images, huh? Better than what we usually think of, right? So we'll add that too. Okay, next. So, and you said you want to post for your LinkedIn too? Let's get the Instagram post. The sinking feeling when your flight costs more than the entire hotel stay. We're officially breaking up with expensive airfare. Wow. What an emotion, huh? That's a good one. Okay. Instagram. Okay, I'm putting in here. So I'm just going to put a label. IG. And this, the first one is Facebook. You can choose which one you want, okay? Let's see the image for the Instagram. Because Instagram images are just 1:1, okay? So you choose this one. Is that the same one? Did I copy it? No. Oh yeah, I did. So cool. I'm loving it. Are you guys enjoying it? Let's see, what's the image? Yes, I like it, right? Ooh, wow. These are really high quality. You see, you can use this for your thread post or carousel post on the quote and generator or quote and thread generator, right? These can be your background image too to create multiple carousels. You don't have to worry, right? Isn't that cool? You like this too? Cool. Okay, let's add this. Oh, not to me. We'll save it in your, I'm going to copy this. Yes to all. See, you don't have to worry. You're not going to have that content paralysis anymore, right? It's just an instant generation. Okay, let's try 2 more because I'm getting hungry. Let's try the 2 others. What was the other 2 that we have? Choose 2 more in here. Which one do you want? We can create another one. Which topic do you want for the next one? And then I'll send it to you so you can actually post it today. It's pretty cool. It's so cool, right? Spot the difference. You want to spot the difference? Where is it? Flight fails versus flight finds. Okay, spot the difference quiz. Ah, that's cool. Oh my goodness. Do you believe that these are exciting topics, right? It's really, wow, people are really going to be drawn to this, right? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. We'll do the witty one. I love witty. I always post using witty posts. Because it makes you like funny at the same time intelligent, right? Okay. Let's do the spot the difference. And do you want it Facebook and Instagram too? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. We're going to generate like 6 posts for you. So make sure you post them tonight. See, do you see what I mean? When you have this and you can generate multiple ones in just a matter of minutes. Wow. I even do it even if, you know, I'm waiting for my kids' activities but when you sit down and schedule them, that's where the power of this is. Is that $19 flight to paradise a genius travel hack or one-way ticket? Oh, I love that. My gosh, look at this. Let's see what it's going to generate for photos. Okay. So now let's generate the image. All right, image. Okay. Let's do the image for the Facebook. Fail or find, canceled. Oh my goodness. Wow. I can't even think of that difference quiz, right? That is so impressive, right? The generated. Oh my gosh. Good. Yeah. Super. I know. Super. Wow. Okay. Let's download that one. I love it. Oh my gosh. Super good. I love those images. They just, you don't have to worry about it. Now let's do the Instagram post for this one. You see why there's always a different kind of post for each platform? Because not everybody is actually, you know, catering to the same audience, right? Each platform will have a different audience. So that's why I designed it in a way that each platform will have different way of talking, a different way of messaging. It's not like what we usually do. We cross post it, right? But it didn't target, like it could target the audience that you have in Facebook, but in Instagram, it's not, right? It's not how it works. So okay, let's generate Instagram image. It's so lovely. Next time, these ones are nice scenes too. It's coming up in the next. Well, we need to release this one first because that's for the reels, and it's going to be exciting when we have a reel generator too, right? Okay, ready? I need this to generate. Wow. Isn't that brilliant? Human intelligence using AI. This is what we talked today. Wow. Flight find or flight fail? Oh my goodness. I love this one. Oh my gosh. I haven't tried the quizzes, honestly. So it surprised me to see this. Love this. Go. Okay, copy all. You got like 4 posts already. 4. Copy them all. IG. Okay. Oh, did I copy the message in here? Wow, it says really wow, impressive. There. Okay, one last. Let's see. Anything else you want? You're gonna have 6 contents tonight before the end of the night that you can post. Anyone wants one to? Come on. See, this is the perks of being a beta tester, right? You're gonna enjoy this one and you're gonna keep generating. You're not gonna have that moment of what to post. No. One last topic. Which one? From couch to coast. Set it and forget it. Which one? Let's see which one we can get. From couch. Okay. It's like I'm imagining the photo already. From couch to coast. Oh my goodness. It looks like every one of us imagining that right now that it's snowing. Okay, let's see. From couch to coast. Witty. Witty is good. Yeah. Ah, wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another 2. Okay. You're loving it already, huh? You're enjoying this, Marsa. Right? Easy peasy. What more if we have everything settled in live, not in a testing mode, not in a developer's mode, right? Then it should be faster. Exciting. I'm going to add more tone in here, but I don't want to complicate it. So the goal is to just release it for you guys soon. Facebook, stop scrolling if you spent more than $50 on takeout last week. See? The hooks are to die for, right? Really brilliant hooks, right? Okay, now let's copy the image that it will generate. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty cool. Surprise, surprise. Ooh, oh my gosh. Wow, it looks so real, right? Is that you, Mars? Oh my gosh, it's so you. See? That's, yeah, I know, right? Who would have thought that it's not yours? It's so oh my gosh. Love it, right? Oh my it's like everything that you see in here is like you. This is like faceless, but it looks like you. Love that. Okay, let's see the Instagram. Even the caption. What do you think about the caption, right? The caption is so good. Really great tips, right? So the Instagram one. You see how easy it is, guys? You don't have to worry about anything anymore, right? Oops. Where are we here? Instagram. Dun, 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 dun. Look at the images. My gosh, they're really stunning. Can't believe it. See, even here. You read my mind. Visually stunning. Okay, Janessa. Well, I hope you enjoy the night. I know we're almost done. And then we're going to have to see how many images that we have created. And so nice. Wow. Oh my goodness. You don't have to worry anymore generating real content, stock photos. These are real photos, right? Real photos. Look at that. See? So are you sold now? Are you sold that you have so many contents generated? Just wow. I know that's exactly what I want the users to see when they actually use this, right? Everything is a wow. Thank you. Thank you guys. And see, when you use HI and KI, then AI will generate the best, right? Output. Okay, so I got 2 each on a topic, right? Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll share this to you. Sounds good? Let me know if it opens for you. So many. Oh my gosh, I should sit down and do this too. I haven't experimented this much because I was so busy building the code. And now we get to test drive it, right? That's so many generated ones. Pretty cool. And I love it. You love it too? Super great, right? I love the idea that we're able to generate. Hi, Karen. We're just wrapping up, but I'm glad you attended. But I just showed all the creation that we did on our tool. Oh, there's one more thing. Do you want to add the cliffhanger content tonight? Any message for the cliffhanger? This is my best seller post in Facebook. I love cliffhanger because it gives me the idea of, you know, posting for the family, right? Yes. Okay, give me a message. Just a little story, and then we'll plug it in. What kind of story do you want? And we'll plug that in. Pretty cool, right? So Karen, if you weren't here a while ago, we generated a bunch of contents. So we put in a topic that we generated from our brainstorm buddy. So Marilyn chose cheap airline tickets, and it generated 6 quick ideas that we can plug in and generate an idea from. And from there, we go to content campaign. We choose one topic, and boom, it generated multiple topics for us for different platforms. There's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Pinterest, YouTube, and TikTok scripts. And then from there, she selected Facebook. So we copied that, and then we went to Image Studio, copy that prompt, and then put it in here. And these are the generated, the previous images were not saved, but we were able to get them. So that's just how it works. But it was really, it's mind-blowing characters, mind-blowing photos. So we got so many created already. I can show you quickly of how much we created. So these are the posts we generated for her about those topics. Okay, look at those images. They're really clear, right? Super great for Instagram and Facebook. I love this failure find. Super neat. Flight find or flight fare. It comes with a caption too, so you don't have to worry. You just have to copy and paste to your platform. Sounds good? Okay. All right. So now, did you get to type in a message? Or do you have a message that now we're gonna go to cliffhanger. We're going to do it again next time, but I'm launching soon. And I'm going to give you a detail if you want to be a beta tester. Did I send you the beta tester a while ago? But yeah, something you can do. We're just wrapping up now, but it was really amazing. So yeah, there's a link in there. If you want to become a beta tester, then you can join. And so you don't have to worry about, being informed when I release it. Our goal is December 8th, but before that, we'll be the beta tester first. Okay, have we selected the message? So the cliffhanger, what it does is, how the idea of cliffhanger, if you see my post in Facebook, is to create a story that people would actually love to read because it's going to leave them, wanting for more. It's like the psychology behind it, because I've learned this in neuroscience that, the Netflix style, right? When you watch a TV series in Netflix, you start with one and then you've been wanting to watch the rest of the series, right? So the same logic, right? It's going to transform your personal stories into binge-worthy narratives. So that's where the idea came from, but in a way of story writing. So my post, this is where I lean heavy right now, because mine is more like I want to connect to my audience. So I'm getting a lot of follows and I'm getting a lot of tractions from non-followers, because this is the kind of post that people connect to. And that's where I get monetized quickly with a cliffhanger. So I'm sticking to it. But I'm adding a bit of the other contents as well from the content campaigns that we're seeing right now. And that's one thing that you can generate. But I'm going to do another webinar just for this app alone, because there's so many things. Okay, you got it? Marilyn, did you get your story? Send it and I'll plug it in. Hope you're finding more value. You should see our faces a while ago of all those mind-blowing images. And we'll give you the story, and then you just have to plug in your family photo or anything, just choose whatever, and then we can do the AI will be designed to write your story. anything you want, just simple, probably 2 to 3 lines. It can generate any message, 2 to 3 lines. It would be easy. Yeah, just even simple story, and it's gonna create a story for you and see if it's actually, what I do is normally when, like, my son the other night, he saw me working hard on this app, right? And so he came up to me and told me, Mom, can I take you out on a dinner tonight? I was like, wow, that alone is, I just have to plug it in there. And it just generated the whole story. Okay, let's see. There you go. Want to stop working night shifts from the hospital. Okay, let's see. Even just this one, probably it's gonna, I haven't tried it, but I usually put 3 to 4 lines, but we'll see. This is something I haven't tried. So it's like, it's nice to be, learning new ways of transforming content. But I love cliffhangers so much. That's when I see people are actually reading blogs in Facebook. The night shift. I signed an NDA when I took this job. Wow, non-disclosure. But after what happened on my last night shift, I'm breaking it. Wow. For years, I wore the exhaustion like a badge of honor. The bleary eyes, the coffee-fueled adrenaline, the quiet hum of the hospital at 3 a.m. It was my life, a noble sacrifice. But lately, something has changed. The quiet isn't peaceful anymore. It's heavy. The long, empty hallways seem to watch you. The night hasn't just been howling out my sleep schedule, it's been hollowing out my soul. Wow. Ouch. Last night was the breaking point. I wasn't cold blue or sudden emergency. In fact, it was the opposite, a silence so deep it screamed. It came from the end of the abandoned ward, from a room that's been sealed for a decade. The call light from room 402 lit up. Every rational part of my brain told me it was a glitch, a short in the system. I've been hearing stories from the other night staff, whispers about that room, about what was in it last. My feet moved before my brain could stop them. The soft squeak of my shoes echoing in the dead air. I stood in front of the door, my hand trembling as I reached for the handle. They told us never to go there. They told us there was a reason it was locked. But they never told me the lock was broken. Oh my gosh. What's next? I love that. People are really going to read it, right? See? It's scary. But do you stop reading? No, but you keep on reading because you want to know what's in there, right? That is what the cliffhanger is. It's going to leave you hanging until what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to add that for you too if you want it. Or you want something different story. You want to add something to that. Want to stop working night shifts from the hospital. Maybe add something else. Maybe something. But I love the story, right? It gives you the idea of what's going to happen next. It's like a horror movie. Oh, and then this and that. We can be script writers now too, right? We can create stories out of it, right? It's amazing. Love it. We can create more, right? Do you want to add something else? Maybe it's going to change the story. Okay, release this sooner also. What is that? What do you mean? I don't get it. Oh, you want to add that too? Oh, you want me to release this app soon? Yes. Okay, I will try my best over the weekend. I'll try. Okay. All right, Karen, do you want to see one? Do you have any topic that you want before we close? So I can show you even just a topic that you would love and I can give it to you to test. It's all on you. I updated your list, Marilyn. It's pretty cool. Right? It looks scary just by the message. Right? Okay. I think she's working right now, but just scanning. Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. But if you want to try one, let me know. We can create one quickly for you. If you're thinking of a topic, message me. We can test it. But you guys want to see if you want to become a beta tester on the top in there. I forgot to send it on the last meeting when there's so many of us. I sent it late, but it's right here. You guys see the button. If you want to be a beta tester, then sooner probably is next week. I'm going to try my best to finish it up so everybody can start creating a topic of their choice. Okay? Sounds good. Let's just let's just finish up and wrap up and let you know. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's really amazing. I love it. I'm blown away too tonight because there's some in here when you're creating the code and you're not even testing the full one. So I love how it turned out tonight. Thank you so much. So remember, your life is a message. Your story is your greatest asset. And your lifestyle is already your content. Your business is just your multiplier. AI is your accelerator. KI is your anchor. Okay. Can I just, before I actually let you go tonight, you're very welcome, Ate Shawnee and everyone. Can I just send a wonderful, quick closing prayer for all of us? Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. Lord, thank you so much for every heart in this room. Bless their hearts and their ideas, their families. Give them clarity to step boldly into what you've called them to build. Let today plant seeds that grow into freedom, impact, and purpose. Guide us, strengthen us, and go before us in every step. Amen. Hope you have a blessed evening tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. And I truly had fun playing with this app. Soon it will be there. Okay. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Mars.
You're welcome. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.